Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at the new impossible mission for Memento Mori, and she is one of the war gods from the anime. And then gimmicks here are gravity barriers and then the stick-on mines. There are no mines to pick up from the ground, so flight is not going to come in handy here. So instead we have the stick-on mines. The robots that we see in the corners, they will throw out mines at different times. And the characters that I'm using everybody with no gravity barrier. And then 2 of my characters have Minesweeper, and 2 do not. And I feel like this balance is pretty good. Because kind of the name of the game for this mission is mine management. And then trying to get as many mines as possible onto your Minesweepers. And then your guys without Minesweeper, they can actually help with this. Because if the robots throw a stick-on mine to a guy without Minesweeper, it will attach to them. And then it will blow up after like 3 turns or so. But within those 3 turns, if a character with a stick-on mine on it and then a character with Minesweeper touch each other, the mine will transfer to the Minesweeper, and then they can use that to attack. Having a good mix of both seems to work out. And then the reason why we need the mines, we just saw that there, is that the onion guys, they have some kind of multiplier going on, where regular attacks will not really damage them, and we have to hit them with a mine, and that will take them down in 1 hit. And then all of the onion guys, they will revive each other every turn, so we need to take them all down in 1 turn if possible. And that's the trickiest part of this mission, and then where maybe the most time would be spent. These mine robot guys, they will throw out mines, I think it's every 1 or 2 turns, and then sometimes they will enter counterattack mode. And then if we hit them when they're in counterattack mode, they will throw out a mine on a guy. And so for that reason, bump combos like Ryoma or Sanada Yukimura here, which shoot out like spread shots, they have a greater chance of hitting the robots when they're in counterattack mode. Those are good bump combos for this mission. Otherwise, the bump combos won't do a lot of damage. Otherwise, not to the boss, not to these onion guys. So yeah, the spread bump combos are the best. And then there, just by luck, I have managed to hit all 3 of the onion guys, while Agnamut X had 3 mines on her. So she was able to take them all down in a single turn. Alrighty, so the onion guys, you need mines to take them down. The robots too, in a sense. These Gaias and then the Spritzers, kind of the scaly guys, you can take them down with standard attacks. So your other 2 guys, your non-Minesweepers, they can concentrate on them. But anyway, to talk about the team that I'm using, first I'm using Apollo. She's a Pierce with no gravity barrier and Minesweeper. And then she has a strike shot where it reveals all of the boss's weak points. And that can be pretty helpful against the boss, of course. Next I'm using Agnamut X. She is a bounce with no gravity barrier and Minesweeper. And she has a blast bump combo, so that could be useful depending if you had some other bump combos like speed up or defense up or something. Next I'm using Sakamoto Ryoma. He is a Pierce with no gravity barrier only. And he also has Wood Slayer. So he can do good damage against the Gaias and the Spritzers. And then actually with his Wood Slayer, his attack is so high that he can do good damage to the boss, even without mines. And then finally I'm using Sanada Yukimura, the Transcendent form. She is a bounce with just no gravity barrier. And she has a Counter Slayer, so that too can help her do good damage on whomever hit her last. And then she has a strike shot where she gets speed up and then attack up on guys with gravity barriers around them. And there's quite a few characters with gravity barriers around them. And yeah, this can be useful in the later stages. when you want to kind of clear a field of the Gaias and the Spritzers later in the mission. Okay, but here is a mini-boss stage. There's only one onion guy, it's the big one up there. And then we need to hit him with guys with mines in order to do significant damage to him. So yeah, both of my Apollo and my Agnimut X are looking pretty good, so... Alright, pretty good damage there. But yeah, as you go through a boss, you're going to hit the boss like maybe 3 times. So that's 3 mines that you're using up in one pass. This is with a Pierce character. So if the weak point is on the opposite side of the boss, it's good to know how many mines you have, and then how many will be used up as you go through. Okay, and then here is a mini-boss for Memento Mori. And then she has 3 drones around her 3 weak points. So it is good to get rid of those. Although they will be revived every few turns, so it can be difficult to get good damage in on her. But here, let's use Yukimura's Strike Shot for a speed up, and we'll get extra damage in on the Spritzers and the Gaias because they have gravity barriers around them. Okay, not bad. And then, as much as possible on every stage, we want to save the robots for the very last. The robots are the source of damage, the main source of damage that we're going to have for this quest. So we want to leave them, even after the boss, even after we take down the boss. That can be difficult. Sometimes the shot just doesn't work out, or you get an irregular bound. So you do take down the mine robot. But the boss, or whomever, will revive the mine robot eventually. So it's not like the mission is over if you do take down the mine robot. Okay, so there go all of the little guys and the drones. So now we can do damage to the boss. We have a Yukimura here. We will give her mine to Apollo. And with Apollo, we'll do some damage with the mines. I think we only got 1 mine in there, so that's why we weren't taking down the boss completely. And yeah, the mine robots, they will stay out unless we hit them with a mine carried by a minesweeper. So with our non-minesweeper characters, we can move pretty freely without having to worry about taking down the mine robot. Okay. And then, although we do need the mines to do good damage to the boss, even there, if we get like a match shot or a pinch shot or something, we can still do a little bit of damage to the boss. So, okay, so here is the last stage before the boss sequence, and this might be the most difficult stage of the entire mission. We need to get rid of the 3 onion guys in 1 turn. First thing to do is to get rid of these 2 spritzers in the middle so that we have more space to work with. And then after that, it will be kind of a mix of positioning our minesweepers so that 1, they can pick up more mines, and then 2, so that they're in good position to hit 3 of the onion guys in 1 hit. And then the mine robots, they do, throw out their mine towards whoever is closest of our teammates. So yeah, if we can position our guys near the robots, that would be best. And then yet another thing to keep in mind is that the onions, they have a white blast. Not quite a one-hit KO, but it is very strong. And that is their lower left number. So if we do see a situation where an onion has kind of a low count on that number, then it would be worth getting rid of them. Ah! Well, I almost had it there, but my angle was off, and I missed the lower left one. And then I would like to get rid of that onion in the lower left, since the white blast count is down to 2. No, it didn't quite work out. Okay, so I'm probably going to eat that white blast, because I don't have anybody with any mines in order to take down that onion. Maybe if one of my guys, Minesweepers, had a mine, I could use Dioma Strike Shot to get people moving. But that was an option there, so we'll take the white blast there. But anyway, we'll go back to what we were doing before. Try to get as many mines on our Minesweeper as possible. And then also maybe build that heart up to gold, and then refill our life. Alright, Apollo only has 2 mines, but we'll take down a couple onion guys, just to kind of reset their white explosion count. And actually, I'm not sure if Agnamut X's strike shot would work against these onion guys. I was too cautious. But we'll just try to take them down the standard way, which is with the mines. And not a lot that Ryoma can do on this turn. And same for Sanada here. Okay, so I see a couple of mines stuck onto Ryoma and Sanada. So maybe I can use those effectively with my Minesweepers. Yep, more of the same. And then this is the reason why it takes a while for this mission. This run took me about 20 minutes, and looking at other JP players' first run through, or first clear through this mission, 20 minutes seemed to be about the average. Okay, so I think I've set myself up pretty well with Apollo here. She's got 3 mines. And then she also has a clear path to all 3 of the onion guys in one turn. I just need to position her, or aim her, just to make sure that she hits the first 2 onion guys only once. If I already hit one of the onions twice, that would have been 2 mines I would have lost, and then I wouldn't have been able to get that last one. But we were able to get it, so we can then take down the robot guys and move on to the next stage. Okay. So 12 minutes already. That's usually what another Impossible takes in its entirety. Okay, so again we got the Spritzer and then the Gaia. We want to get rid of them first. We also have a bunch of drones around the boss, and we'd like to get rid of those as much as possible too. And then, yeah, just leaving the mine robot out so that he can get mines out onto our Apollo and our Agnamut X. And then these drones, the boss will revive those as well, so we need to keep up the pressure on those as much as possible. Okay, so here we're going to aim through Memento Mori, and then we'll do good damage, but not excellent damage, because we had to go through the boss first before we hit the weak point. But still, with 3 mines, we took away maybe a third of her life, so that was decent. So we'll go up, we'll pick up the mine from Ryoma, I think we'll use up both mines though on the drones, however, so weren't able to do good damage on the boss. Alright, but let's set off, let's grab the heart and then we'll set off the bump combo. And then hit the mine robot and then get that counterattack mine out onto Apollo. Okay, and actually decent damage there from Sanada. She did have the counter slayer against the boss, so she was able to do some decent damage. And then I also get to start the next stage with my guys with mines on them, so that's nice. So here I have the two onion guys up in the corner, so I'll go up and then use my mines on them. That was lucky. And then, of course, I'd like to get rid of the drones. Whoops. Okay, so I did take down the mine robot. But again, there will be a revival of that mine robot after a few turns, so just gotta wait it out. And let's see what kind of damage we can do with Yukimura. Well, that's decent, actually, considering that she didn't have a mine. Alright, so the mine robot returns. Okay, a little bit of damage from one mine not in the weak point. And then with Agnamut, with her single mine, we'll try to do just one attack on the boss. That's pretty good too. Okay, and then here's Ryoma. We'll see if we can pick up the heart and then also do some damage to the boss. Okay, and again, pretty decent damage considering he's not a minesweeper. Yeah, and for this reason I think maybe Ryoma or Sanada would be my best top choices for non-minesweepers for this mission. Just because they are good damage sources even without minesweeper. Okay, so again let's use Yukimura's strike shot just to clear the field a bit. It doesn't do a lot of damage to the robots, which is good, but it does do good damage to the Spritzer and the Gaia, which is also good. Okay, with Apollo here, let's use her strike shot to reveal all of the boss's weak points, and that will make it easier for us to do damage to her. Alright, and then here I have Agnamut X right in front of the weak point with 3 mines, so let's go in there and see how much damage we can do. Okay, pretty good. One irregular bound, but still 2 hits in the weak point, pretty good. Okay, and then with Ryoma, let's use the command strike shot. As much to do damage as to get people moving, so that somebody can pick up the mine on Sanada that was down to the 1 count. And that'll do it. So yeah, that was a Memento Mori, and then maybe not a difficult quest, just a long quest, so that's good to know before you go into it. Okay, again, thank God for local co-op. JP has this thing now where you're first clear of an impossible or colossal, you'll get a guaranteed drop, so that'll be nice. And there she is, pretty cool character, pretty cool design, and I'll do a review of her later. Alright, thanks for watching, and good luck. Take care.